Hello, everyone. I'm Valeria, and I will talk a little bit about the visual persuasion about one specific art choice. First, I will talk a little bit about I will show you the choice I made. Then I will explain a little bit about the context. And then, of course, I will talk about iconicity, indexicality, and syntactic indeterminacy. My choice, it's called The Rescue of Atahualpa, that it's a painting made by Carlos Bacaflor, that it's a very well-known Peruvian painter. And for the ones that don't know who Atahualpa is, he was the king of the Inca empire. And for the ones who know who are the Incas, well, it's a very well-known culture. It's from Peru. Actually, it was from many parts of Latin America, but the main cities of this empire were in Peru. So just to go through super quickly, in 1532, this conquest of the Inca Empire starts by the Spaniards. The 15th of November, Francisco Pizarro, that was the one leading this conquest, arrives to the city of Cajamarca, which was a very important city for the empire of the Incas. And he asks for Atahualpa for a meeting, a peaceful meeting to talk. And of course, Atahualpa says, okay, I'm going. And then he's, of course, ambushed and slaughtered to all his people. And then he was kidnapped by the Spaniards, and he was kept in a room with his 3 wives. He tries to create a bond with his captors. He even offers Francisco Pizarro, his favorite sister, which Pizarro marries, actually. But at the end of the day, he starts knowing that they're not going to set him free. So he offered in exchange for his release to fill the room in which he was confined twice with silver and once with gold as far as his hand could reach. And this is the exact same event that I'm describing, is the event that this painting is describing. You can see here that Atahualpa is putting his hand up to put the point until where he will fill the room twice with silver and once with gold. If he does that, he will pay his freedom. Of course, the Spaniards accepted. It's an incredible rescue. And actually, from all parts from the Inca Empire, they start sending gold and silver to Cajamarca to do this. But of course, when he finally delivered the rescue, the Spaniard just took the treasure and killed him. So to go to the specific task of this painting and trying to see the iconicity, the indexicality, and the syntactic indeterminacy. First, the iconicity, that means images persuade is by functioning as icons, which simply means what they resemble, the things they represent. I think in here, if we don't know the context of this painting, like I told you before, but if we don't, I think his way of standing like this and pointing to the ceiling shows he's the most powerful man or person in the room, because then you'll see that nobody's looking at him at the eyes. Everybody seems afraid, or they have a lot of respect for him, or maybe they feel hopeless of what is happening. But I think the most iconic thing is he represents power by doing this. Of course, now that I explained the context, this is not what he wanted to express. But I feel like if we only see the painting, this is something that we can reflect from it. The second is the indexicality, the ability of images to document that an event happened or that something took place. And I think like here, this is a moment in history, and a very important moment in the history of my country, where Atahualpa is offering a one-of-a-kind rescue for his freedom to Pizarro. And this picture that you see in here is the actual rescue room that you can find today in Cajamarca. Of course, it's kind of like in ruins and everything, but even inside you can see there is like a red line, like determine how high it was supposed to be filled in the room of silver and gold. And finally, the syntactic indeterminacy. Unlike words, pictures cannot convey precise relationship between things. And I think this kind of goes with the iconicity also. Like if you don't know the context, we could say like this man, Atahualpa, was mad, or he was cursing, or he was ready to punish someone. Because you also see that the other people from in the painting are like going down or kneeling or afraid. So he doesn't look like the victim he is actually in this picture. And maybe he also, in that moment of his life, he was feeling hope because he knew he could keep his word. But at the same time, at the end of the day, he did his part, but the other part did not. So I think in general, this teaches that images in general can tell us a lot of things, and without a context, each person that sees this exact same image can reflect and think about about the same thing, different ideas and opinions. And that's why the context when we use images in general is so important. Thank you.